We have a few questions for you, Patrick.
Fruit of the poisonous tree. That's the legalese.
What does that mean in English?
What it means is that the little disagreement between Andy and Alex in the beauty parlor was really a bungled arrest. There was no probable cause for Andy to draw her weapon, no Miranda warning, so Alex's unguarded remark to Detective Harris...
Like her little confession that she popped her husband.
Yes, that gets thrown out, case closed.
Oh, well, I love the law. It's the only thing as twisted as I am. What about the other charges against her ex-honor?
Oh, we'll settle that with the bench trial. Just us and the judge. I've suggested to Alex that she plead temporary insanity. You know, what with the stress of the illegal arrest, all of the false accusations, and of course the death of her husband, it was all far too much.
Oh, poor baby.
Yes, well, I'm much better now. And no judge will convict me because I make such a appealing defendant.
Unless justice really is blind.
I'd like to propose a toast to the man whose money made it all possible, Alex's freedom, and my blossoming legal career, to Todd. Yes, to Todd. Long may he wave.
It's very nice. Now, knock it back and get out of here, because I got things I got to do.
My, you're so Todd today. Something wrong?
Guess I just don't handle sad news very well.
What sad news?
Well, you know Guy Armitage. He went to that great big newsstand in the sky.
No.
A couple hours ago.
Alex, you're upset. Yeah. We had just had the beginnings of a beautiful relationship. It had a wealth of possibilities. We had a lot to give each other.
Yeah, especially him. Oh, but cheer up, Alex. He still has a son.
Yeah, Ian. Guy just found out that Ian was his wife's love child.
No kidding.
Yeah, and he was about to disinherit that disagreeable, disobedient, disloyal...
Well, I wouldn't worry about it unless Guy can get a lawyer in hell. I don't think he's going to be changing his will.
That's true. Well, I guess as an act of courtesy, I should go pay my condolences.
That's a great idea. You know what? He's at the palace.
Okay.
What the hell is this?
What?
A witness says they saw someone on the docks just before the Armitage yacht blew up and took Guy Armitage along for the ride.
So now it's time to round up the usual suspects, then?
The witness gave us a description and a tentative identification. You.
And who was this far-sighted witness? Zeus again, or Mars or Venus? Who's it this time, Bo?
Alex Oltl.
Oh, for a minute I thought this was serious. Alex.
Someone put you at the scene of the crime, Patrick. Now, I'd say that's pretty serious.
If I'd been there, yes, but I wasn't.
Patrick, do you recognize this?
That's my cap. What'd you find there?
Mind if I take a look around?
No, make yourself at home. We'll clear this up in just a few minutes. We weren't even in town.
Where were you?
We were camping. Or I tried to, anyway. We just got back a little while ago.
Did you run into anybody while you were camping?
No. A couple of furry creatures, that's it.
Excuse me. Do you know what these are?
No, I don't. I don't know what they are.
Mind if I hang on to this?
Sure, why not?
I was with him the whole time. I can vouch for him.
Uh-huh. Where exactly were you out there in the woods?
Just outside of Hazardville.
And you say you just came back a little while ago?
Just before noon.
And you left here?
Yesterday, before sunset.
Is there anyone else who can verify this?
Hey, Bo, you want to come here and take a look at this?
Ah, brother. Patrick, do you have any idea how this got here?
No, I don't know. No, I don't.
Tell you what this is bad news, Patrick. We're not just talking about a boat blowing up anymore. We're talking about the yacht heard around the world. The national press, the British tabloids, they're all over town right now. They want a guilty face to put on the front page. So from now on, I think we ought to do this by the book, for your protection and for mine.
Whatever you say.
Andy, I want you to get down to the station, type up a search warrant. I'll get a judge to sign off on it, all right? I'm gonna need you two to come downtown with me for formal questioning. All right?
No. No, without a lawyer.
Please. Have you finished with Detective Rubin?
Yes, Kelly just finished making her statement about her role in the accident.
Good. Kelly, are you okay? Can I get you something?
Yes, no. No, thank you.
This case just cries out for plea bargain and a little mercy.
All I can promise is justice.
Well, mercy would be justice in this case. Kelly has already sentenced herself to a lifetime of guilt without parole.
Kelly, you and Blair are pretty close, aren't you?
Yeah, we were. After this, I don't know if she'll ever want to see me again.
Does she know?
That I killed her baby and that I almost killed her? No.
Well, it's good that you came forward.
I don't think I could have lived with myself, so I had no choice.
That's the way Kelly sees it, but you and I know that she had lots of choices. You chose the tough one. You came forward.
Eventually.
Voluntarily. She admitted freely that she was behind the wheel of the car that forced Patrick off the road. She confessed this to Patrick, to Dorian, to Mel Hayes, all at great personal cost. And now she's here making it official. So if we take the issue of Blair's unborn baby and put it aside, what have you got? Well, you've got reckless driving, a summary offense, and you've got leaving the scene, which is a first-degree misdemeanor, one which you could prosecute, and you could exact a sentence, but I'm willing to bet that you don't want to do that.
What do you think is fair?
I don't know. I murdered my cousin's baby.
I didn't use the word murder. Yes, it is a tragedy, and I don't want to add to it. So, counsel, here's the deal. I'll drop the reckless driving charge. But you, young lady, you left the scene, and that is a very serious offense. You do realize that?
Yes, I understand that. And I'm very sorry.
Yes, I'm sure you are. But you'll have to go before a judge on that. And if you plead guilty, well, you did call 911, and you have come forward. So I'll recommend leniency.
Well, if that's acceptable to my client.
Yes, it is. Hank, do you think I'll go to jail?
That's up to the judge. But I will ask for your license to be suspended and some community service. Maybe some time in an emergency room where you can help victims of other reckless drivers.
I'd like that.
And if Patrick and Blair agree not to press charges, my office will consider this matter closed.
Deal.
Wait a minute.
Yes?
I know that I shouldn't be asking for favors, but I'd really like to ask for one.
And what is that?
Let me tell Blair.
You don't have to do that.
No, I do have to do that. I don't know how. I am going to tell her, but she doesn't need it to hear it from anyone else but me.
Okay. I think we can arrange that.
Thank you.
Oh, I'll get that. Hello?
Nora, hi, it's Marty. Are you free?
What's up?
Patrick's in trouble again. Can you meet us at police headquarters?
Well, it just so happens that I'm here at Hank's office, so yes, I'd be glad to help.
Thanks.
What kind of trouble is it?
You're not going to believe this.
Try me.
Bo is here, at Patrick's garret. Patrick is a suspect in Guy Armitage's murder.
I'll meet you downstairs.
One Life Till
Obsession, ABC Monday.
We weren't sure after we heard the news if you'd still want to get together.
Yes, life still goes on after the death of Guy Armitage. I'm sure he'd be very disappointed. Please, sit down.
So how are you feeling?
I haven't decided.
Our condolences in order?
I suppose they are. Whatever was the relationship between my father and I, it certainly wasn't love. And then when I heard that I was another man's secret, I thought that the guy's death wouldn't affect me at all, but it has. Enormously. I mean, for better or worse, he was the man that I called father for my whole life, and now I realize I always will.
Well, hey, who knows? Maybe one day you'll find something positive in your relationship with him.
Ah, well, we already have. I just got off the phone with my father's solicitor. It seems that he did indeed want to try to disinherit me, and his battery of barristers were working on the paperwork. However, Guy never signed it. Ergo, the old will is still in effect. The one with my name on it.
You mean you're...
The sole heir to the entire empire.
And a hefty amount of pocket change.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not as much as some people thought. It's only about 6 billion.
6 billion.
Yes, yes. It seems that he lost quite a bit in that Asian cable venture last year. I mean, I tried to tell him, but no, he wouldn't listen to me. Anyway, there you have it.
6 billion ain't bad for leftovers.
No, it'll do in a pinch. It's funny how things worked out. I was able to get out from under my old man. I had the satisfaction of telling him off, and still ended up with the entire family fortune.
You know, Ian, our friendship just keeps looking better and better every day.
It was so nice to be loved just for oneself. I shall miss it.
What do you plan for your father's business?
Well, I suppose I'll sell parts of it off. I mean, the guy always wanted little bits of everything. I think I would rather focus on the things that really interest me.
Well, with your resources, you can do anything you want.
I can, can't I?
So how does it feel to be as rich as Asa Buchanan? What are you two up to?
Todd, turn that thing off.
Oh, easy. Now, this is a bird of influence.
That is going to be an entree if it doesn't stop squawking.
Did you come here to celebrate my freedom?
In your dreams and in my nightmares.
Oh, it's true. The DA dropped the murder charge. And I have you to thank for it, Asa. Thank you.
I wouldn't do a thing for you.
Well, your psychiatric history did. Your lawyers used it to keep you out of jail when you didn't identify Carlo Hesser's murderer. I used it to keep Alex out when you did.
There's a big difference, lady. I didn't kill anybody, but she did.
Oh, Asa, I know you really didn't mean it when you said you couldn't wait to see them hook me up to that electric chair.
You're so right about that. I meant the gas chamber.
Well, whatever you say, darling. But no one will ever have what we had.
Oh, how lucky for them.
Thanks for the case. It was fun. And I hope the fun hasn't ended.
Nice kid. Nice story for the paper, too.
When I get through with you, Manning, you will not have a paper left to print or paper to print it on.
What's the matter, Asa? You look sick. Is it something I wrote?
That story about my grandson and my business plans. It's a lie.
I heard it's true.
Says who?
Now, look, I'm a journalist. I can't tell you that I heard it from Dorian Lord.
And I will sue that witch for every penny she hasn't got.
The story really came from Drew's mom. You gonna sue her? And are you gonna deny your plans to develop the waterfront with a shopping mall the size of your ego?
Just tell me something, Todd. Why the hell do you care?
I don't care. But my readers do. So you may as well get used to being on the front page, Asa, because you're gonna be there for a while.
Asa.
Hey, Antonio!
Heard you were in the neighborhood. We got a problem.
What a surprise.
It's about Ernesto Soto.
Huh? Never heard of him.
Your bank's about to foreclose on the building he's lived in for close to 25 years.
Well, you tell him to go to the bank manager. Done.
Oh, we did. He said the new owner's policy is to put the screws to anyone that's late with a payment. And since you're the new owner, I thought I'd take it straight to the top.
I can't help you.
Look, it's not like you're losing money. Ernesto's no deadbeat. He works like a slave. He's just had a run of bad luck lately.
Haven't we all?
Asa, he's in the diner right now. Can't you go in there and meet with him for a couple of minutes, get to know the man?
I like the way you look after your people. I admire that, Antonio. But I am so far out of the loop, there isn't anything I can do for Mr. Soto.
In other words, you don't care.
I care about what I do. That's strictly business, not hand-holding.
So what am I supposed to tell Mr. Soto?
You tell him to go back and hash it out with a loan officer. That's what that man is paid to do.
Carlota, Antonio, I'm glad you're here.
What's up?
See the headline in the Sun?
No, we haven't seen anything. We haven't had an empty table since we opened this morning. Why? What's up? What's in it?
Asa Buchanan's recipe for disaster.
Lucy! Real friends! On Carolyn, Maryland, Monday on ABC Daytime.
A super mall for the waterfront?
No, not for the waterfront. For Asa Buchanan.
Well, maybe it will do some good for the neighborhood.
Ay, mami, por favor, ¿cómo tú puedes pensar así?
Come on, you know I'm only playing devil's advocate.
That's a very apropos term for what's going on here.
Well, you know, maybe there'll be jobs, like in construction.
Carlota, Asa Buchanan has his own construction crews, and he's going to bring in his own men.
Yeah, you think Asa Buchanan cares about the people from this neighborhood who get up at 5:30 a.m. every single morning looking for day work?
Jobs in the malls, then?
There's going to be less jobs, not more. Small businesses around here are going to die. Asa Buchanan doesn't have to hire any of us, and he sure won't spend his money here.
Let me paint this picture for you. Atlantic City. Lots of glitz and glitter all around the waterfront. You go about a block inland, nothing but poverty.
Gosh, think of the traffic, the parking, the air pollution and the noise. Oh, my God, poor Angel Square.
It's going to take a lot more than a bank boycott and a credit union to stop this.
So what do you say we find somebody else to buy this property? Somebody that we can trust, someone with very deep pockets.
Somebody like Max or Ian.
You think anybody else?
So, I gotta choose between Max Holden, who didn't think I was innocent and said so, or Asa Buchanan, who knew I was innocent and didn't say a word. Some choice.
You have to make a choice. You can't just let $6 billion burn a hole in your pocket.
Why not? I mean, I can just buy another pocket.
Or you can go toe-to-toe with Asa on the waterfront. I mean, we've already discussed an alliance with Antonio and the folks in Angel Square. I mean, now we got something we can really show them.
So I've gone from battling one power-hungry patriarch to the next, eh?
Does that really bother you?
No. Actually, it appeals to me. I mean, just because I've become a billionaire doesn't mean I can't go a few rounds. Although Asa Buchanan is really your sparring partner.
Oh, trust me, to know him is to loathe him.
Oh, and that's why you became partners with him in the radio station. Oh, please.
Well, and in an old Holden family tradition, he turned around and stabbed me in the back again. Hey, look at it. I just got one more score to settle, that's all.
Well, I'm up for a family grudge match as much as the next long-lost brother-in-law to be maybe... No, anyway, it certainly will call for another meeting with the volatile Mr. Vega to seal the deal and cut up Asa's carcass.
Oh, could we be a little more graphic, please?
Well, I am sorry, Sister Mine. There is one thing I have learned from my dearly departed papa, and that is there is only one way to fight, and that is to the death.
Oh, well, terrific. I'm having drinks with a couple of carnivores.
Well, you got to think like Asa if you're going to play his game and want to beat him at it.
Well, I guess the trick is not to become an Asa Buchanan.
Ah, don't worry. I won't lose my soul. I put it in escrow for a few weeks. Where's Whit? Whoa, incoming.
Oh, Ian. You must be devastated.
Oh. Yes, indeed I must.
No more devastated than I am. That terrible loss of Guy Armitage.
This is the formal questioning of Patrick Thornhart, President Arbo Buchanan, Commissioner of Police, Henry Gannon, District Attorney, Patrick Thornhart, his counsel, Nora Buchanan, and Margaret Saybrook, his fiancée.
I'd like to say at this point that I had nothing to do with the man's murder.
Patrick.
He's a bully and a bigot, and every breath he ever took was a
Patrick.
crime against humanity.
Patrick.
Yes, death is a tragedy, even if it comes to someone as deserving as Guy Armitage.
Oh, Patrick. Sure that you I, however, do not appreciate the candor. Will you please remember that this is a murder investigation and not meet the press?
Where were you the night of the explosion at the pier?
The far side of Lantano Mountain.
Why?
Well, I told you, I went camping with Margaret. Trying to spend some time alone and get away from my troubles. Seems it didn't work out that way, did it?
Other than Miss Saybrook, can anyone else verify your whereabouts?
I don't know, maybe someone at the B&B.
You were at a bed and breakfast?
Yes. Great outdoors wasn't so great after all, so we went under a roof.
Ah. Where'd you end up?
The Bliss Bed and Breakfast in Hazardville.
What time?
About 9 o'clock, I would say.
Yes, it was dark by then.
So someone at the front desk might have seen you.
No. Margaret checked us both in. I was dealing with the luggage in the car.
Oh, really? Do you usually let the lady register both of you?
Oh, you know what, Hank? Women are even allowed to vote now, too.
Well, I just find it mighty convenient that no one saw Patrick.
Yeah, well, he wouldn't be here if someone had, right? Now he's accused of murder.
No, wait. Nobody is accused of anything right now. We just have some questions, and we're looking for answers. How well did you know Guy Armitage?
Knew him well enough to know what kind of a man he was.
Patrick?
You had a couple of run-ins with Armitage before he died, didn't you? A day before the explosion at the palace, the two of you exchanged blows.
No, we did not.
No?
No. I smacked him once. It was the end of it.
So you did have it in for the man.
Excuse me. There was a whole room full of witnesses that will confirm the fact that Guy Armitage started to go for a punch, and Patrick just managed to get his punch in first, protecting himself and Mel Hayes. He didn't have it in for the man.
And those same witnesses will confirm that Thornhart and Armitage tossed around some pretty serious words, and it wasn't the first time. And we can establish that there was animosity between your client and Armitage.
That's because I'm a self-respecting Irishman. There was nothing self-respecting about Armitage. He used words to put people down. What? Some... Bloody hell, Norm.
Is there a disagreement with your client, Counselor?
No, I think that my client and I understand each other perfectly. Don't we, Patrick?
Oh, yeah, we do.
Good. Well, now that we all agree that my client was no fan of Guy Armitage's, what does that do? We makes him guilty of murder? Have to arrest half the world, Hank. Half the Reeds, that is. Is there nothing else here we can...
How did that bag end up at your place, Patrick? The one with the kitchen timer in it. In the right hands, that could be the brains to a bomb.
What?
How did the bag end up at your place?
I don't know.
I think this might be a good place for us to take a little break. Got something for me?
Yeah, Judge has signed up on these search warrants for both the Garrett and the Mill House. The Mill House?
Yes. Patrick spends a lot of time there, so that falls into the scope of the investigation.
But I'm the target of the investigation.
Mm-hmm. Honey, would you explain to your client what's going on while I execute these warrants?
Sure, my dear. I know it sounds perfectly awful, but it's also perfectly legal.
Well, let slip the dogs of war. There's nothing to hide. The sooner this is over, the better.
Yeah, now all we have to worry about is what Alex has to say.
It's an absolute crime what some people said about my friendship with your father. But I know the truth, and I have learned in life that that's all that really matters. I didn't get to know him very long, but I liked Guy Armitage very much. And I got to see his noble qualities. I also wanted you to know that I have done everything I can to help the police. In fact, I think I've given them the one clue that they need to find out whoever's really responsible for this tragedy.
Yes, I heard about your cooperation with the authorities. It almost got me arrested.
That's another reason I came by. I sincerely want to apologize.
For turning me in?
For anything that I said that the police foolishly interpreted as a suggestion that you could have been involved in your father's death. It was an awful mistake on their part, and I just wanted to save them the trouble.
You just wanted to save your hide. But I can relate to that.
Oh, what a blessing to have a sense of humor at a time like this.
You are an inspiration, Alex.
That's a very kind thing to say. I do have to go. I have an appointment.
So many scams, so little time.
Perhaps we can help each other get through this terrible tragedy.
Well, at least we can have a good time trying.
Till next time, then.
Till then. What an amusing woman.
Yeah, as amusing as a date with a boa constrictor.
Oh, give her some credit.
For what?
It took a lot of guts to come in here and apologize to Ian after the show she did for the police and after me dissing her off in the hospital.
Are you defending Alex Oltl?
Why not? She's confident, she's uplifting, she's full of life.
She is a malevolent, malicious, multiple murderess.
I dare you to say that 3 times quickly.
I did not murder him. I did not murder him, so don't you look at me like that. Oh, come on, it was an accident. Armitage wasn't supposed to be on the boat. I even tried to save him. I told him to get off. And how does he thank me? By trying to finger me with his last dying breath. And now I'm out $1 million plus. Now Alex won't leave me alone because she thinks I'm the last cash machine she's got left.
On the lam.
I don't need to run from the cops. I've given them the perfect suspect, Patrick Thornhart. So what? So what if he didn't mean to murder Star's little brother? So what if there really was another car in the accident? So what? I still have plenty of reason to hate Patrick Thornhart. Poetry boy left me for dead over in Ireland. And the professor knocked up my wife. Everybody else seems to have forgotten that, except me. So I guess it's true what they say. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord.
ABC Sunday.
This is incredible.
It's just a typical day for the Landview police.
It's all right. I've been meaning to clean out my closets anyway.
How can you be so calm about this?
Bo is fair, and I know I'm innocent. The man who should be worried is the one who set off that bomb.
I wish I had your faith in the criminal justice system.
I have faith in truth. Hasn't let me down so far.
Just remember, Patrick has not been charged with anything.
That's right. He's a bloody mess, though, isn't he? But after all is said and done, I will be cleared, just like I was in the Carlo High School case. Hey, hey! You don't need that. Oh, Commissioner? It's a tapestry. Thank you. That's all I've left of Siobhan Connolly.
You guys about finished here?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll meet you back at the station, all right?
Did you find anything?
Found a pair of boots.
Ooh, how interesting.
Should be very interesting once we compare the soles on those boots to the shoe prints there at the scene of the crime. We also have a tweed jacket.
Oh, now, see, you didn't tell me you had tweed prints.
It just might match the description that Alex gave us.
Anything else?
Yeah, there are more scraps of wire. The lab guys have already got the samples that we have. We should hear from them pretty soon. My field guys are going over what's left of the Armitage yacht, and the bomb squad's going to compare with what they found with what we found here today.
Send me the reports as soon as you get them, along with a well-written apology.
So what do you think?
It's not good.
Oh, this is not good. This article in the Sun confirms everything we have been hearing. Asa wants the waterfront in a big way, and that's going to take big guns to stop him.
So you're going to ride in here 6 guns blazing and protect us little people? Are we more like the Indians? You'll break the treaty as soon as you get what you want.
Don't you Yanks have any other metaphors besides the Wild West?
Yank? No, that's something I don't hear that often.
Look, our offer is simple. You want to stop Asa Buchanan, and we have the resources to be able to help you to do it.
So I still don't hear a reason why I should want you in Angel Square instead of Buchanan.
Because we are sitting right here with our cards laid out in front of you. Where's Asa, huh? He's out there somewhere holding his cards close to his vest, ready to roll over this community. Now, that should tell you something.
Yeah, it tells me you're smarter than he is. You know this community can cause anyone trouble if they come in here without an invitation. So you figure you need my cooperation or my silence. But they're not for sale.
Look, Mr. Vega.
Antonio's fine.
Antonio, let me be blunt. The death of my father has made me a very wealthy man. Now, I could do this his way. Just whip out my checkbook and start writing zeros until Asa cries uncle. But I want to be a very different man than my father. I don't want to just take my money and make more money. There's really no point to that. I want to take the power that I have and do some good. Perhaps undo some of the bad that my father has done.
Gee, I wonder who's been chatting with your brother lately.
I haven't a clue.
So you want to offer this out of the goodness of your heart? Fool. You want something from me.
Yes, I do. I want your knowledge and your help. You know this neighborhood infinitely better than any one of us. So help us to claw the waterfront from the grasp of Asa Buchanan. Work with us. Help us build it up so it's both profitable to us and to Angel Square.
Well, you'll have to admit you never heard words like that from Mr. Buchanan.
Yeah, well, that's what they are. Words. So what else can you show me?
A report from ABC News.
Butt out of that mess in Tennessee. Now you're screwing up my turf.
Listen, I've tried my best.
Your best? Your best cost me a bundle. I gave you one damn job, get Dorian Lord to sell me a warehouse. What did I get? Dorian more dangerous than ever. Every reporter in Lambview on my tail. No damn warehouse. I just beg a kid. Now he knows what I'm up to. He's gonna be in more trouble than ever. I just hope he trusts Max Holden even less than he trusts me.
You really don't trust us any more than you trust Asa?
I can't afford to.
All right. Can you trust Andrew?
Sure. But he saved my mother's life.
Well, then he's the solution.
Which is?
Bring him into this. Have him be in the meetings, read the documents, listen in on phone calls. He can be the conscience of the operation.
I don't know if I like
that. In that case, I like it a lot.
Well, I guess that concludes my first piece of business as the head of Armitage Enterprises.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Who knows? Maybe with time you will come to trust us.
No, I don't know about that.
But at least you can keep an eye on him. Hey. Hey.
Hey, Andy. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Job just gets me sometimes. Come in. Yeah.
Excuse me, please.
Well, I'll let you guys build a super mall, and I've got a diner to run.
Okay. Meeting adjourned?
Unless you're up for a late lunch or early dinner.
No, I have an hour of phone calls to return. The crown of being a corporate emperor is somewhat of a burden. So, if you will excuse me.
Right. Boy, guy's death has really left him with a lot to wrestle with emotionally, professionally.
Oh, yeah. Mansion on every continent, yacht in every ocean, $6 billion of mad money.
What? You jealous?
Maybe.
How come?
Well, how can I be jealous of any other man when I'm the guy that's got you?
What a lie. Sometimes I just don't know what I'm doing as a cop.
You're doing good. There were more cops like you, Angel Square could live with the LPD.
Right now, I just want to live with myself.
Yeah. Have a cup of real coffee. Not that stuff they serve you at the station house. I'll get you some flan, and maybe things won't look so bad, huh?
Right now, they couldn't look worse. I just spent the whole afternoon building a murder case against a friend.
All the evidence is circumstantial. It's just that there's a lot of it. I wouldn't be surprised if Hank was busy picking out the suit that he's going to wear to the grand jury hearing right now. Why don't you have a nice alibi?
I was with him the entire time. What better alibi could he have?
One that isn't from his fiancée. You see, people kind of expect you to lie for the man you love.
Do we have anything on our side?
Patrick's innocence, my brilliance.
Okay.
Okay, I better go get to work.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Let me get the door for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, if this is the price we pay for one night out of town, it certainly isn't worth it.
Yes, it is. It's just a minor misunderstanding with the land you police for.
How can you say that? You know it's not true. I'm worried.
Keep the faith. It'll all work out in the end. And until then, I'll just hold you tight.
Well, that works for me.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next One Life to Live.